Hello, everyone. We're back again with the yet another guest who has recently given his step one and is here to share his reviews with us and his experiences. So, I would actually start off directly by introducing Kishan Davvda, who's given his step one around the end or mid of May. So, how was your experience with step one?
Hello everyone, I'm Krishan Davvda, and recently I gave my step one examination on the 26th of May. So experience was pretty good. So I enjoyed giving the exam. It was a long exam, tiring exam. You had to be mentally prepared for it. Yeah, I enjoyed the exam. It was good experience overall.
So, you're feeling pretty positive after giving step one.
I can't say anything about this because the questions were pretty weird, and I'm feeling pretty weird right now. But after all, what it makes sense is after 7 to 8 months of hard work, dedication, and determination, you can't expect the result. You have just given your full hard work. You have been determined. So now, just I'm just enjoying. I don't know what will be the result for now. So I'm just in a chill mode right now after months of hard work.
Right. So, giving step one itself is a very hectic exam. It's a 9 hour long exam. So, how has step one helped you to sort of increase your brain capacity or increase your knowledge? How has that been?
Brain capacity, I can't say brain capacity, it was actually making your brain fatigue. The exam was just to test your ability. That can you sit for long hours? Because after all, when you go for internship duty and everything, you might be having 20-hour shift, 24-hour shift. So this is just a 9 hour exam. So it sometimes it becomes torture. At the end of last one or two blocks, I was like, let's just finish it fast and then leave the room. So it was a total brain fatigue, and yeah, nothing else for this exam. It was good. You might enjoy giving the exam for sure, but nothing else for this.
Right. So, as we all know, that step one has changed its patterns a little bit in terms of giving out the scores. So, it was a three-number score before, but now it's a pass and fail scenario. So, what are the perks of this change that has been bought by the USMLE board?
See, there are pros and cons for this pattern. First, we'll talk about the pros. Before this pass fail pattern, there was three-digit score. So everyone needs to have almost 220, 230 minimum score so that the chances of getting match increase. But now what has happened? They have kept it pass. Earlier, the passing mark was around 194, but now they have increased to 196. So if you get even 197 or if you even get 196, you are considered pass. The score won't show up on your report, only the pass will be showing. So this is one of the pros that you don't have to work so much hard in this in matters of scoring. You have to work hard, but not in matters of scoring. Coming to the cons, as you know, the pass fail system has increased the passing marks by two. Along with that, they have increased the level of difficulty of questions. I had my guidance guidance from someone who had scored 260, 270 when it was not a pass fail system. And they guided me that the level of questions on exam was easier than the questions in UL and NBME. But for now, when I gave the exam, I just thought of that only. That the exam questions will be easier than UL and NBME. And I went there, I was like, these are not the level of UL and NBME. They seem quite easier than this. So they have increased the difficulty level of questions. So for this, you just need to make your concepts clear and not rely only on the first aid, boards and beyond, and all those resources which are suggested. Yes, you have to do them, no doubt. But apart from them, you need to have complete knowledge of all the subjects, especially physiology and anatomy. Because the anatomy questions, I found so many topics that were not mentioned on first aid and boards and beyond, and even on UL. No question was there in UL regarding some topics, and they appeared on the exam. So have complete knowledge of all the subjects before giving the exam. That's what I would say.
Right. So a person's or a student's basic knowledge about the subject should be pretty clear if you're going
Yeah,
ahead with step, right?
yeah. Just do not rely on the resources and the book. You need to have a complete knowledge about this.
So how is the procedure of the whole step one format? As in, you enter the hall, or is there a hall ticket that's collected, and you sit in front of a computer and do what? Just give us a brief on how was that.
See, after you register for step one application and after whole your verification is done by your college and ECFMG, the ECFMG will send you a mail. The mail will be consisting of a hall permit. So that will be in the PDF form. You need to take the printout of that and you have to carry it along with you to your exam center. While entering the exam center, suppose my exam was at 8 a.m. I reached there by 7:15 a.m. And things that I carried was some dry fruits, some fruit juice, some chocolate, and water bottle. And in documents, I needed two documents for verification. That is one passport and other. If you are in India, then you can go for PAN card. They won't check Aadhaar card. So PAN card, driving license, passport is mandatory. Apart from that, another anything you can use. And the second was the hall permit, which I told you that they will each FMG will send you the mail. On reaching the center, they will give you brief instructions on how to use the devices, what to do, what not to do. And after that, you will be taken to the examination hall. You will be having a security check. There will be 10-step security check. It will be, first of all, they will check your mask, then they will check your ears for any device. They will check your glasses for any default. Then they will tell you to roll up your sleeves. Then they will tell you to roll up your pant sleeves. Then they will check your pockets and ask you to take out the pockets, then back pockets. Then they will check you with the device, and then you will be allowed to go in. This was the basic procedure. And after every break you take, after suppose I took a break after every block. After every block, I took a break of 5 minutes. So every time you leave the hall, every time you come in, you have to go through all these 10 steps of security. After that, only you will be allowed to start the another block. So it was a long, tiring process. Every time you go out, every time you come in, every time you have to have security checkup. No matter you are the same person, even though they have to check you up to down fully. So yeah, but I have to take the break because I used to have a habit of drinking water while solving questions, and the water was not allowed. You can't take the water along with you into the examination hall. You have to come out, drink, and then go back. It was that. Regarding the murmur questions which are present on the exam, you will be given a good quality earplug, and before starting the exam, they will help you test the audio sound and everything, so that no problem occurs to you. So this was the total thing procedure that happened while going to the center for examination. That's it.
So audio plugs were given for what? So that you can hear the question.
What what I didn't
Why
get
were
you.
the audio plugs given?
The audio plug was given for you have heartbeat questions, murmurs questions. So for that, you have to, like, they will give you virtual stethoscope on the PC. You have to move the mouse and check where is the murmur coming. So that murmur sound will be easily audible on that earplug. Like, you can even carry your own earplugs if you have at home. They will check it, and then if they allow you, you can take this. Or else the earplugs are easily, like, they provide the best quality earplugs, so no problem with that.
Okay. So where did you take the examination? You took the examination in Mumbai, in Delhi. Where did you take it?
I reside in Mumbai, but my university in China took a long time for the verification process. By the time it came, my Mumbai center was booked, so I had to go to Ahmedabad for giving my exam. And my exam was on 26th. I went to Ahmedabad on 25th, stayed there, and so that's it. I went to Ahmedabad for the exam.
Okay. So how much time does a university takes to verify the information that is provided to you?
See, it depends on universities because at my college was in China, and China is usually technically advanced. So all those procedure was taken online. There are two types of verification going on. One is online and one is offline. So those universities that have online verification, for them, after the payment, you don't have to do anything. It will take 1 month for the ECFMG to send the details to your university, and you have to continuously mail your manager or your administrator who is there, and he has to check the mail, and then he has to agree, and he has to send back again to the ECFMG. This is the online process. Coming to the offline process, after you do the payment, they will give you a form. You need to fill that form. You need to get your dean's signature, and then you have to ask your college to courier it to US. If your college doesn't courier it, you have to look out for the nearby courier service near your college, and then you have to send it to US. So delivery takes around 10 days by FedEx, and after that, ECFMG will verify and send you the mail. So almost after the payment, you can expect 1 month time for all these verification process, and you will get the mail after 1 month, and yeah, you can then that's over. Then you can just go to the exam, take the printout of the hall permit that they give, and that's it.
Okay. So how do we select a date for step one? Like, does it happen every month? Does it happen once in 6 months? Or how is it? How
No,
can
no,
we select a
you can
good date for
you can
us?
select any day. Even just now, the exam is going on. Every 365 days a year, exams are conducted. I think in a year, around September, it's like there are new batch of students start in US. So I think during 1 or 2 months they have a low number of seats or less number of test takers. But as per my observation and my knowledge, we can give it any day. While you will get to know about that when you fill the step 1 application. You will get to know about that because they will give you the month period and all those things. So when I saw that all the months of the year were mentioned, so I don't think any problem would be there. So you can give it any day, any month, anyway.
Okay, for a student who's starting from basics or is in like second year or third year and is starting to prepare for step one, especially, what would you actually suggest to study from the textbooks or to either view other subscriptions like Dr. Najeeb and all of that?
See, if he's a book reader, then it's very good for him or her because reading book is the best. I would suggest after my exam experience. If you are not a book reader, you feel bored while reading books, then you should go for some detailed lectures. Like yeah, Dr. Najib is very good. He has explained the concepts very well, and that's what we need in exam. Because after all, the concept, if you have clear concept, then the question can be any high. I mean, how much difficult the question is, if your concept is clear, you can crack it. But the main problem is will all the FMGs will be facing more problem rather than Indian students because for FMG we don't study all the books, all the topics even in the standard textbook. But Indian students they do it. They have to mug up and then they have to go for the exam. But FMG don't have that ability. So if any FMG is watching this video, my strongly advice is that stick to the basics, learn about the core, why this is happening, why that can't happen. Reason, question yourself at every point, and then only go for it. That's it.
Right, that is very important. Okay, so very, very curious to know what did you do one day before your exam, apart from obviously traveling from Mumbai to Ahmedabad?
1 day before the exam, I just, there is one resource called Melmount Medical. I just went through all the high yield points. I just went through. I didn't even read. I just went through. I just saw and turning page, saw and turning page. Because at the last moment, you can't remember anything. You just have to go through and go through. Even if you don't do anything, it is good. Just solve 1 or 2 blocks from UL. That's it. Give rest to yourself because the next day it will be very tiring. So 1 day before the exam, take rest, enjoy. If you want, go outside and play. That's it. Give relaxation, give the brain to absorb the knowledge. That's it.
Right. So obviously, I'm pretty sure the last month for you must have just been gone in doing questions and revisions, right?
Last month was, disaster. Like literally, it was like going through first aid number of times, clearing out the concepts in the topic I was with. Then, yeah, solving questions was one of the parts. Going through NVMe. previous years NBME, all those things. That yeah. So all those it was a complete revision. You have to just see what is left, what is not left, clearing your concepts, all that. No new resources to be followed in the last month of preparation. Just stick to whatever you have done and just revise it again and again. That's it.
Right. So in between the times, there was a really big hype of Anki flashcards. I remember everyone was talking about Anki, everyone was using it. But when I started using Anki, I did not find it as much as useful as I think other people would.
I didn't
How?
use it. I didn't
Yeah.
use it. Yeah, because see, resources define everything. Like for just a minute. Yeah. So I didn't find actually I didn't use it. I don't know how it is. मैंने मैंने कभी देखा ही नहीं. So yeah, people were saying Anki. Even some of my guidance mentors they told me to go to Anki flashcards and all those things, but I didn't use it. So it completely depends on you. Everyone has different, सबका अलग अलग होता है जिसको जो अच्छा लगे. So I won't suggest any particular resource to anyone. Look out through all the resources and see what is suitable for you. But this should be done 7 to 8 months prior to your preparation. Not that you are starting this before 1 or 2 months. Decide from the first and then select your resource properly and then go. There is
Right.
no hype of anything that you have to do Anki, you have to do boards. You just do whatever suits you.
Right. So, step one being a very hectic and hideous exam that we all know it is, how does it change the mindset of a medical student? Does it make it even more stronger, or does it make it even more hectic, or fatigue, as you said?
It makes stronger. You get to learn many things. You have a good knowledge of any particular topic. It makes your medical knowledge level increase. So it will definitely help you. Even if you pass or fail the exam, the knowledge will be with you and it will increase your knowledge too. So it's a positive thing.
Right. So, if a person or student gives step one before FMG or before NEET PG, would that be a plus point for that student?
Definitely plus point. Even I am giving before FMG. And when I have solved FMG questions, I was like, very easy. So if you are preparing for USMLE exam, FMG exam is little easier than USMLE. So basically your knowledge, you have a knowledge of medicine when you study the step one. You have a knowledge of radiology. You have some parts of neurology. You have ophthalmology. You have ENT. Very few topics of ENT. And yeah, so all those things when you are studying for the step one basic, along with the basics, definitely your knowledge is going to increase. You even have psychiatry for step one. So if you are studying all the clinical subjects basically for the step one in the span of 3 years, then at the time when you go for FMG, when you will be actually studying the subject, it will become very easier for you. So it will be a plus point for that.
Okay. So the last question that I want to ask is, what is your journey after step one going to be like? Do you have a road or a path that in your head, or how is it?
Actually, I have planned a lot of things, but all those things would depend only if I pass the exam. If I fail, then I'm again back to square one. I will again have to start from zero. And yeah, I will. If I fail, no matter what, but I have done my best. So now it's on luck. It's on God's grace what to do. So yeah, if I pass, then I will be going for electives by the end of this year. I will be starting to learn, many languages. Like first of all, I will be learning Chinese because it's mandatory to pass SSK in my university. Then I will be starting with other languages like Spanish, which is most useful in United States. Then starting with the volunteer project, like because on CV they need your volunteer work. Then I am the member of AceMed. So I'll be having my teaching job over there. So that add up to my CV. And after all the electives, hands-on electives that I'll be going by the end of this year. All these things only if I pass. If I fail, and I will be just studying for my clinical subject for FMG, and then I will 8 मिनट तो मैं चला ही लूंगा and I will be teaching. So that's it. All depends on pass and fail of my results. I'm not expecting anything. I'm happy. I've done my best. So I can't say anything right now.
Okay, so yes, step one is a very hectic process, but we have a live example who's given it and is very satisfied. So thank you so much for sharing your experience and telling our audiences how they can improve on themselves regarding this chaotic exam. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.